Spirituality was never meant to remain in these four walls, probably more than four walls, but in these walls. It's meant to be lived. It's meant to move beyond our sanctuaries and out into our neighborhoods and our communities and our relationships. And so this morning, I'd like to spend just a few moments reflecting on the idea of pride. Pride's an interesting word because it does carry two very different meanings. One kind of pride places us above others, right? It convinces us that we are somehow more important, more deserving, or more worthy than someone else. That's one kind of pride. And most religions and spiritual traditions kind of caution against that kind of pride because it really creates separation. But there is another kind of pride, and that's the one that's not rooted in superiority, but in dignity. It's that quiet conviction that says, I don't need to apologize for who I am. Generations, many LGBTQ plus people were taught that sometimes explicitly, sometimes maybe more subtly, that they needed to hide or change or deny essential parts of themselves in order to be accepted. Some of these people were rejected by their families, their faith communities, their friends, or society as a whole. And others learned to silence themselves and stuff it down simply to feel safe. And history has really shown us that whenever people are forced to hide who they are, everybody loses something. Because authenticity is not a threat to spiritual life. Authenticity is essential to it, as many of us recognize. The spiritual journey is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more fully ourselves. Growth is a part of life, but growth is very different than shame. Shame says, there's something wrong with me, right? And growth says there is always, always, always more for me to learn, more room for growth. And those are not the same things. Healthy spirituality has never been about convincing people that they're unworthy. And at its best, spirituality reminds us that we are already worthy. And then that challenges us to live from that understanding of our worthiness as human beings, just being born. I believe that every person bears something sacred within them. You can call that the image of God, divine spark, spirit, simply human dignity. Whatever language that we use to describe it, the truth really remains the same. Our differences do not diminish our value.